Okay, if we look different,
Sorry about that.
possibly bigger on your screen, somebody's memory card.
Apparently you need a really big memory card with your new cheap Amazon camera. So we're going to try not to dawdle in case I don't have enough space on this either, but that's why I brought my iPads back up. So you were showing your handy dandy hat.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully I can edit all this together.
Okay, yeah, hopefully the man-child will help you with the editing. So try not to...
It may be in two parts like that time we had to do before. So.
Oh yeah.
So
we shall see. Okay. Yeah. Well, here's this. This is a Bag-O-Day pattern. Crochet YouTube tutorial. It's like a sun hat. 2 strands of Hobby Lobby I Love This Cotton held together, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's cool.
Pretty floppy, a little bit too floppy for me, but it's a cute pattern. So I did that. So that's one finish I have. Another finish I have.
And we're back.
And I disappeared. And then this is another. I do too, actually. Like this one better. Yeah, that one was a little bit too garden party-ish, floppy-ish, you know. But it's cute. And this one is another Bag-O-Day tutorial. It's got like the, you can see through the styrofoam head. It's got the little open work. This is Aran Weight yarn. This is Wool Market Fibers. This is Michelle's husband over at the French Knot in Diamond Head.
Yeah.
This, and I want to say this colorway is called Wisteria.
Very cool.
And so I made this hat, and it was very quick. And both of them I made them, you know, in an afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, I made them.
Crochet hats are super fast.
Yeah. So I was really thrilled with that. So I got those 2 finished. And then, okay, and I talked about the socks.
Yep. Okay.
And then now that everything else.
Just keep going.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay. The rest of what I have to show is what I've made so far for the make-along.
Yay.
And
I'll hold up if you want.
all right. I found this pattern. I don't know where I got it. It might be from Ravelry or whatever. But it's this pattern called, it's a Seashell baby bonnet.
Cute.
Crochet baby bonnet.
You put pictures on Instagram, I think.
I did. I tried to put them on ours. I'm trying to see who the maker is.
One white one.
Yeah, that is
blue.
The white one here is Bonnet Softy Baby Cotton that I got at Joann's, I think. That's probably mostly the only place you can do it now. And I made the smallest size.
Okay.
And then that one you just showed is the same thing.
Just different colors, right?
Yes. Bonnet Softy Baby Cotton. This one's called Aqua Mist. The first one was called Cotton. This is
It's crowbypatterns.com.
Okay. This is the first one I made, which is the Big Twist Value Worsted Weight yarn. And of course
I like this a lot better.
I do
it's
too.
More baby.
I do. So that's going to be for a bigger child or whatever. That might go to a different, I know, donate it to that or donate it to something different.
We'll
but that's, that was Big Twist.
Those are cute.
Value or whatever. And then I don't have a paper pattern, but I made
cute
a crochet baby cardigan.
It's a little baby cardigan.
And a little baby hat.
Baby hat.
It was a pattern I found online. I think just found a free one on Ravelry or whatever.
You put some little buttons on.
No, I don't think I'm gonna put any buttons on.
Oh, look like buttonholes.
They do, but yeah.
Oh.
I just buttons and babies. I just don't like
maybe
buttons.
Maybe
I don't like buttons on
maybe
baby
a little
things.
a little chain.
Tie?
Yeah, like a little tie.
That's a thought. Or
They're not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna. It's a. You don't put baby sweaters on babies for them to just necessarily stay warm. It's for cute pictures and.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
Well, this yarn is I love Hobby Lobby Baby Bee Sweet Delight in Sugar Plum.
Sugar plum.
That's what
like
this
the
is.
Fairy.
So that's what that is.
Cute.
And then last thing I finished last night, I probably showed this.
Sparkles.
Yeah, many episodes ago. This
you put a picture of it on the other day, right?
Yes. And but this is like
this is not the one I make though, huh?
I don't think so.
Somebody had asked for the pattern of the one I make, but
Smooth Fox or something like that.
Yeah, Smooth Fox Beginner Round Ripple.
This is the something like it's one of those. It's actually in my basket up
Well,
front.
that's the same one I use.
Yeah. But there's these, or this is the 12-point round ripple or whatever or something. There's several different ones that are free. And this is an older whip that I've had going for a while and just never kicked it in gear.
I love the
this is made using
cotton.
Yarn Bee, Sugar Wheel, Cotton Sparkle, Twirls at Twilight is this particular colorway, and it's about 1 1/2 of the cakes. I just thought it was a big enough size.
A little baby blanket.
I was done with it.
It's cute.
I was done.
Very cute.
So I'm happy to, because that was like an older whip.
Does that mean all that comes home with me from my stash?
If you're keeping them, yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna mail them all at once. So.
Yeah, you get to take them. Let me put this back here. Because I have a basket here. I'm going to be making more of these bonnets.
I mean, if you want to hang on to them
I have a basket
done.
here with, more of the cotton yarn. It's whatever you want.
Yeah.
You just tell me. You want to take them and you got a place to store them?
Not really, but I'm going to find places.
All right. Well, then you just tell me, and I'll just hold on to stuff, and then I'll make a pile here.
Okay.
And
that it? You got more?
Yeah, that's all my finishes.
Oh, okay.
That's all I had.
All right. Okay. Hopefully our camera doesn't fall over. That would suck. But anyway, this is a murder knit shawl, which she has a free pattern on her Instagram. It's just so simple and it's so easy. I decided to do stockinette blocks in it every now and then.
Is this blocked?
Yes. This is that Tuscan Knits, those fingerless gloves I made for my neighbor out of the Love Letter and Har colorways from Tuscan Knits.
So it's basically just a little scarf.
Yeah. Well, you could. I just ran out of yarn. Oh. You could have kept going. But so basically it'll end up just being a little, shawlette.
Yeah.
I don't love mohair because I'm not.
I love that. I love that.
If you love that, you can have that if you'll wear it.
No, not the mohair part. I love the contrast of the texture.
Oh, yeah,
when you hold it up, you can really see the contrast.
Yeah, you can.
I like that.
I think I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to just do eyelet rows every so often. Ooh. In the garter and just have eyelet rows. Yeah. It's super simple pattern. It's on Murder Knits Instagram.
I think I've got it written down.
I have a screenshot of it if somebody needs it and can't find it. Yeah. But this is very cool. This is very
not sure how
floofy
I feel
for me. Like I don't love mohair.
Yeah, I'm not real sure how I feel about mohair around my neck.
So if somebody loves mohair,
well, do you want to like?
I might use it in the giveaway.
I was gonna say, or
is that something y'all would want? What?
Or maybe something to put in for the moms?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if that would
I don't know if a mom with a new baby would want a mohairy
that's
shawl.
True.
I feel like mohair is something that somebody who knits appreciates.
Yeah, true. And it would, because it's not exactly with mohair.
Now, maybe the lady and the husband that runs the place, I could explain to her.
Yeah.
Because she has kids, but they're older, I think, so maybe. So we'll see, unless somebody really, really, really wants it. Speak now for a whole piece.
Really.
All right. So here's two of my contributions for the make-along. This is just a modified habitation throw where you can tell where I messed up on things, but I don't care. And it's in...
You made a small version for a baby blanket.
Mandala, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, big goofs right there, but oh well. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I dropped stitches or... I don't know.
If you had to say nothing, nobody would know.
But a baby won't know. No. So
very cute.
So that's one.
I have that pattern. I like that pattern. I think it's a free pattern.
It is. I don't know. I still.
I think it's free.
But I would not make another knit baby blanket because it just takes forever.
I want to make one. There's that striped chevron that I think Brenda at Night Owl.
They're cute. That's great.
She made one and I love it.
But I could knock out like 5 of these at a time. I did that. And that's just garter. So this, I think it's called the Flower Lotus blanket. I don't know. I found it on Pinterest.
Oh, very cute.
It's also from the mandala. I think it's a different mandala.
Yeah.
I think that was 100 Acre Woods. And one of them's 100 Acre Woods and one of them is something else.
100 Acre Woods is actually a podcaster.
I know it's a colorway.
I know, but there's actually a podcast called 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah, because it's Winnie the Pooh. So.
That's the name of her podcast.
Anyway.
She's a knitter.
So
that's
all my finishes. Except for the big giant corner to corner blanket that I made my best friend's daughter, and I gave it to her at church yesterday. So that's all my finishes.
How many whips do you have?
2.
I have 3.
Because I didn't make.
And I'm gonna show.
Because I didn't make any progress on any other whips.
Well, I have a buttload of whips because I've started all the socks in the world, ripped out a lot of them because I thought you're not going to finish this, or it looked pretty at the time, so I did a major purge.
You gotta
There's
know.
Baskets over there, but I'm only going to show 3.
You gotta know when to
Oh, I can be brutal, you know, and if I decide I don't like something anymore, it gets ripped out.
I am too.
But I'm only going to share 3. So.
That pretty blue yarn, that was a pretty shawl that I think Therese or somebody had said they really, really liked. Yeah, I ripped that out. The yarn that I got on our sister trip. I'm going to turn that into a murder knit shawl.
There you go.
So, all right. I got a hoe.
You got a hoe?
I got a hoe and a
oh, look at you.
And a whip.
Look at you, you big old hoe.
All right. I'm a big old hoe and my 2 sisters and some yarn bag from the lovely Tiffany. Southern Sparrow handmade. Oh, I'm all tangly here. Hold up. So, I got another DK sock
it's a
started. This is the yarn from Carista of Sweet Mountain Crafts, who has her own big girl yarn store now called Wyoming Yarn. How cool is that?
Yeah, very cool. Okay, this is a shorty sock blocker.
Yeah.
The bigger ones are on the wall over
That's
there.
okay.
I don't feel like climbing over stuff.
That's okay. I have big feet. So this is our colorway that Carista did for us.
2 sisters.
So it was this, and then you have
look at how, with your stitch count, it's
look
striped.
how it changed. Well, over here I increased because I have fatter calves. So I think right here is
that is, but on
56,
camera,
and then I think I went up to, I don't know. But how?
Yeah,
isn't that cool?
It's striped.
It like pulled up here and then striped here.
Yes, because mine did not do that.
But we'll see when I do the next sock, because who knows where I pulled it in the
Yeah.
In the equation. I should have wrote down mine. Maybe I did 54 and then 56. I don't know.
It's further away. But mine did not do that.
So I'm doing contour, like on this one, I'm going to do...
I did the opposite too.
Opposite.
Yes, I did that too.
I'm all tangled up here. Hold on.
I haven't cast on the DK yet one though.
So
that's true. What I did was fingering and you did DK, so that probably makes a difference too.
The fingering that I got from her is going to be blankets. I've made most of the granny squares.
Her fingering feels so plump.
I know.
Well, this almost feels like DK.
Plump,
yeah.
You know?
Very nice.
She's plump and we like it. All right. So
look at that. No ladders, y'all.
Nope.
She don't have no ladders anymore.
Finally figured it out.
Very cool.
So that's my hoe.
Very cool.
I finished that on the way to church.
I know. I need to cake up the DK and
It's so squishy.
All right. And what you got here?
I got this was a cool bag when we did that secret sister floppy thingy, which I can't promise we'll do again. But that was what my gift sister gave me. So, because my friends are mean, they guilted me into doing my very first Stephen West. Because Joe has an unhealthy obsession with Stephen West.
A lot of people do.
And they all kept doing all these patterns. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that one either. No. And they're like, come on. I'm like, so they picked Garter Abyss. And I was like, okay, that kind of sounds doable. So, but...
You doing magic knot?
I'm doing a magic knot, a bunch of minis, but you're supposed to fade it. I was like, no, I'm not fading it. I'm going to do it my way. You're making me do it, but I'm going to do it my way. So basically... a la Stephen West. It is one gigantic. It's a long wingspan. So like he fades it. He tells you how to fade it. But then there's one cool thing
he's got awesome videos too.
He does. He has really cool video. I'm coming around.
He's very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Still freaky, but I'm coming around.
and he walks around doing brioche and everything.
I do love that he's like, if you got a couple extra stitches, just make it work. It's fine. It'll be all right. I'm like, okay, I can kind of get behind this, Steve. All right, I'm with you, Steve. All right, I'm becoming a convert. So I wound up a bunch of minis.
Or as, who is it? Dawn on Frivolous and Frugal, My Dear Stephen.
Yeah.
It's not Steve, it's Stephen. My Dear Stephen. She's a huge
I'm with you, Steve.
West Knits fan.
So this is my very, very first West Knits pattern ever. I've got a couple of them goofs. Yeah, careful, it's very close to the edge. He says 60-inch cord, and I'm like,
what size?
60-inch cord.
Needle.
I don't remember.
Is this a 60-inch cord?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say if you need it, I may have a 60-inch cord in your size. So never mind.
This is 60-inch. It's just that I don't see how he.
This looks like a 7, 6,
5. US 5, 60-inch cord.
Okay, so this is already 60-inch.
Yes.
Well, never mind, because I was going to offer a 60-inch.
That's what I'm saying, and I've got a lot more to go, so it's just going to keep squooshing.
Well, a lot of his stuff ends up on, bunched up. But I love your colors.
So I just tied them all together and like, you know, from lighter to.
This is really
now we're
cool.
On the inside.
Okay, is this hard? This part right here?
No, it's just a yarn overs, but it's, you know, unless you screw up.
Oh,
unless you screw up like right here and you lose your pattern, you lose where your stitch marker is. But you know, nobody's gonna know when it's all stretched out.
And wrapped around your neck.
Nobody's gonna know. So I mean, it's just yarn
that
over.
is really pretty.
It's
I really
stupid
like
simple. It's just you gotta. And he gives you counts for each section as it grows, and I've just been writing them on a sticky note, and then I add each time, because row 1, 2 is a add of numbers, and then at the end of the section, I just count each section and add them all up and see if I'm close enough. And I've only been off one, so I just scooch that together and knit 2 together. So that is my progress on my Garter Abyss.
I love the colors. I'm
in the 6th repeat.
Oh, how many are you gonna do?
10.
Well, you're more than halfway.
I am, but I'm like, you're gonna be scooching the heck out of this.
Wow, I don't know if there's.
But by this point, I'm at 582 stitches. So it's like, and at this point, I'm adding 13 stitches every time. So at the end of this section, you're gonna be at like over 600 something. So
yeah, his patterns are known for extremely large number of stitches.
So I have hit the abyss of the Garter Abyss in this pattern. But I really like it, and I'm glad they made me do it.
Very cool.
And it's my petty spite shawl. Payback from Tabitha.
I remember you posting about that.
And okay, fine, all right.
So
that's all my whips, because I've done nothing else on anything else. I made like a couple washcloths, but I didn't bring those.
Okay. I have 3 whips I'm going to share. Like I said, I have a whole lot.
I just haven't made progress on other things.
I mean, you know, here's a cuff.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of a cuff.
Yeah,
here's a cuff and a little bit of a
short on space, so we got to.
Yeah. So this one is also in a recent acquisition.
That's cool.
This is, I just love the colors. This Daisy Girl and Company. I know. And she makes
that's cool.
The window bags.
I like that a lot.
I first heard about her several years ago, or a few years ago. One of the older episodes of Crazy Sock Lady. Good Lord, English. So, and what I have here is, this is Anna Knitter's Helgen. Is that the name of it?
I don't think so.
Since I don't have a printer or anything anymore, everything is kind of like Knit Companion. Or if I don't feel like hauling my Kindle thing around, I'll write it down real quick in a book. And
I can print stuff for you if you want.
And well, I may ask you to print a Helen Stewart pattern that I want to do. But this is and I thought it was fitting that this is a Anna Knitter pattern, and she has an Etsy shop, and she has opal sock yarns that she sells. Yes. This is one of them, one of the rainforest ones. I think it was Regenwald. I know I butchered that. I'm so sorry. Expedition.
Just show it.
It's the seahorse one, the one that everybody likes the colors of. And I think she sold out of it. Oh. And this is what it looks like in the cake. Skein, whatever it is.
Ball, whatever.
Yeah. And I am making. Yeah, let me do it this way. Sorry, put it right there. I am like almost 3 repeats into the pattern. But I just love the colors. Mm-hmm. It's so different than the usual opal.
I've never worked with opal, so
I love it. It's very squishy, and I've gotten some opal from Crazy Sock Lady shop. She's gotten a few different colorways, and Simply Socks Yarn Co. I think they're in Indiana. They have a lot of opal. But then I saw and I think Brenda again on Night Owl Fibers talked about how she ordered some opal yarn from her. Well, I decided to go look at her shop, and I have in acquisition, so I actually have some that came yesterday from her, from Anna, and it's just I don't know 2 weeks.
It's a very cool pattern.
3 weeks tops. Waiting, once you order it. I mean, it's not a long, it's not an extremely long period of time. But I like how it's knitting up, and I really want to do this in a solid.
I think you'd really see the pattern.
Yes. And it's basically knits and pearls.
Right.
Look at that. It's a 7-row repeat, and it's knits and pearls, and so that I wouldn't have to constantly be trying to deal with a screen. I just wrote it down.
I think she's Anna Knitter on Etsy.
Anna Knitter Yarns, I think is what she's called. But that's one whip that I really like. I'm really enjoying it.
That's cool.
And
we suggest her welcome baby sock for our
yes.
make-along.
Yes, I think that was listed on there.
Yeah, it's in the Blocked magazine.
Yeah, so it's available. So. And then my next two whips that I'm going to show are Stranger Things. I fell down the Stranger Things rabbit hole. Watched the whole thing.
She was only 4 years too late.
Yeah, I know, but we pretty much, well, Mark watched it with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it together.
It from the beginning. We love it.
Yeah. I saw it from the beginning and never got into it, and then we wanted something to watch because we finished NCIS, and we were looking for stuff to watch, and I said, let's watch this, and we just absolutely love it. Well, this is a Stranger Things themed, this is Feel It. Oh. It's like a lunch bag. I ordered it off Amazon.
No, it's like a wet bag.
Whatever it is.
That's what they call them, wet bags.
Whatever that is.
Meaning it could get wet.
Whatever. But it's I ordered it off Amazon.
That's
it's
cool.
Like some kind of lunch thing or whatever.
Did it have a thingy in it?
I don't know.
You took it out or it just...
Oh no, there it is right there.
Oh, there it is. Oh, so you cinch it.
Yeah, it's a cinch. It's a drawstring or whatever you call it. And I am making, this is a pair of socks. This is one sock. I am using, just call me Grace, the Rhinebeck Roomies pattern by Crazy Sock Lady. Because I just love the texture of it. And this yarn is from Bumblebee Acres. They had a update. It's not repeatable.
Oh.
It's called the Upside Down, and the mini is Time's Up. There's the label and their logo, Bumblebee Acres. This is in their squishy sock. Oh yeah. And something I want to show also after I do this. I'm going to be pretty quick about it. Okay, but
it's okay.
Jesus,
just keep going.
That's the yarn. It's gorgeous yarn. Absolutely gorgeous yarn.
It definitely is the colors of the
upside down. And here is the sock. Turn it around, and I have a 11 stitch marker from Adore Knits.
Of course.
And I got several. Well, they had like a something that it's not coming out until next summer or whatever, but it's the stitch marker thing for Stranger Things. I went ahead and ordered it.
Of course, as one does.
Yep. This is stitch markers from Adore Knit. That is the bicycle. This is the Mind Flare. And then 11 and markers. But these right here. The Stranger Things, the grandfather clock.
Oh yeah, that's so creepy. Spoilers if y'all haven't watched them.
And this is, show these two. See if you can get it. It's a Demogorgon. Demogorgon, and then I think it's the
letters.
The letters with the Christmas lights. With the Demogorgon. I know it's hard to see in the plastic.
I know.
And then there's one that's got the 4 of them, the 4 kids on there. And then the other, and just the Stranger Things logo. But yeah, I had to order. I had to order Stranger Things stuff from them. And they're so sweet. They're so nice. She always sends a little extra something, and but that's my first whip. I love that yarn. It's gonna be one of the ones where it's not just a shorty, because I'm gonna do the do a longer leg, and then where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, and my other whip that I'm gonna show is in my new bag from Stitching Plaza. I just love this bag. This is called Friends Don't Lie. Yeah, so I adore this bag. Cute. She had a couple more left in her shop still. I almost bought them. And it's got a pretty polka dot on the inside. And this Stitching Plaza.
I have a couple more bags.
This one is this sock is I'm using the Crunkled Socks by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. This yarn is from Dragon Horde Yarn. Tristan. Dragon Horde Yarn. It's called Running Up That Hill.
Which I am so sick of hearing that song.
And she had a stitch marker with the cassette tape with Max's name on it. Did you show the side where it says Max?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, it's a glare. Yep. And I, of course, had to do that. And I love the colors. I love how the texture's showing up and everything. Because I think she had sock sets and they were out of stock, and then she had the singles, you know, the one skein, so I ordered that. But I saw she has the sock sets for this bag, and I think it's the skein and 2 minis. She had an update of some Stranger Things colorways yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I ordered I ordered three of them from one is Demogorgon, one is Hopper in Hell, and the other one was that this was going to be my year. And I also have a this is going to be my year coming from Nomadic Yarns. I had to order.
Of course you did.
So I have like 4 different
look, when we
Stranger
get to
Things colorways, and then the stitch marker thing I'm gonna have, and there were 2 other colorways, All Hail Lord Vecna, and then something I can't remember what the other one was. That but if you don't follow her, follow Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarns, because she adds stuff to the shop. She's got Court of Thorns and Roses. She's all kinds of the different themed, and her yarn is gorgeous, and so I have those coming. I have 3 coming.
Is that all your whips?
Yeah, that's all I'm going to show. That's all I got.
I got plenty of acquisitions.
I got a few acquisitions too.
Okay, but first I want to show this is one of our donations for the Mal.
Okay, well, I will show these 2 as well after you show those.
Made a bunch of, I don't know if she wants me to say her real name, but Growing Whole on Instagram made a bunch of, they're teeny, I mean, they may be too tiny, and maybe so I might send some of them to the Abigail's or Rachel's.
When I get tired of making the bonnets, I'm going to go to the little knitted ones.
Okay with that, but they might be a little too small for full-term babies, so, but they're good for preemies. But look how many she sent.
Oh my
gosh. A whole bunch of them. So,
very awesome. So that is amazing.
That is an entry. So when you send me stuff, that's an entry.
Very cool.
That's for you.
It is.
I forgot to give it to you like months ago.
Cool.
They were on clearance on Knit Picks.
Nice. It's a chart keeper from Knit Picks.
And I bought like 3.
Very cool.
Kept forgetting to give it to you.
I like those. See, that's kind of why I bought that metal clipboard.
Yeah. So this is a bag of giveaway stuff. Now this bag, I will tell you, is from my awesome friend Lena.
Wow.
And her husband makes all of these things from upcycled fabric and leather, like upholstery fabric and stuff. So
it's kind of like the ones that make the shawl cuffs.
Yeah, so they just make bags. And I was like, dude, I think you're missing out on a demographic for shoppers.
Yeah.
So
because knitters would totally buy.
Right. So he does have a coupon code for you guys. So it's Kaz by Jeff. Now he spells his name different. So CAZ, which is the kid's initials, by Jeff, GEOFF.com. He does all the sewing and everything.
Didn't Molly give us a coupon code too? Molly? Didn't she give us a coupon?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still active. I posted on Instagram. It was $25 off $100.
Oh, it was for a period of time?
Yeah. Oh. I think it was just 2 Sisters was the code. For Molly Klein Design, I think it's still active. $25 off a $100 order or more.
Like if you can order sweaters quantity.
Right. And if not, just Messenger, if you're not sure. So I included, I'm not giving away the bag. The bag's for me. But it's holding on some of my giveaway stuff. So, but I am going to give away this. He makes these leather pouches. I told him that it would be a good idea to make them with the snaps, like for your DPNs. So, right, this is really just a pencil case, they call it, but it's real leather.
Nice.
So I've told them, hey, why don't you research the DPN cases and see. So he may start making those, but it's a cute little handy, case, real leather. So that's one of our giveaways. But he also made this real cool bag. So it's all upholstery fabric. So it's like it is not going to rip. It's not going to break. It's upholstery fabric.
Nice.
So and they just make tote bags and stuff. So we'll give that away. All right. And then I scored some Hobby Lobby clearance.
Yes.
So I have a stash of Hobby Lobby clearance yarns.
For giveaways. Okay, and I may have some in there I can add to the pile too.
The lovely bestest Lynn of Chicken. Look how beautiful her handwriting is.
Wow.
Chicken Lady Fiber Art, who I guilted. But she said, I can't guilt her. she donated this, her Americana, not Americana, Araucana, 100% merino, sweet maple.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty?
I didn't bring it with me as one of my whips, but the skein of yarn that you got me for my birthday from her, politically incorrect knitters, I started a pair of DK socks with it, and it is so gorgeous.
Pretty. So she's donated this for the giveaway. She's the best.
Nice.
Which don't forget to go check out Chicken Lady Fiber Arts.
She's got some gorgeous yarn.
If you watch Politically Incorrect Knitters, she has a code for
I have
those
a couple
viewers.
of hers caked up over there. One of them is like ice cream sherbet, and one is
we love us some Politically
knit night. I think it was
I have
Friday night knit club or whatever. That's
I like that. Yeah, I have a lot of Chicken Lady.
Well, I have two things that I'm going to add to the pile of giveaways.
Okay, cool.
When we were out of town last week, we did the 127 yard sale where we went up to Tennessee and we were in Crossville. We stayed there, and there's a shop there in Crossville called the Yarn Patch. It's in downtown Crossville on 127 on the route, so we had to go right by it. But we made a special trip so I could go while they were open. And I got some yarn that I'm going to show in acquisitions in a minute.
But this is for giveaway?
This is for giveaway.
Cool.
They had like some stuff already kitted up.
That's awesome.
That is, I think, Malabrigo Mecca yarn or something like that. And it's a cowl.
That is
so cool. It's the yarn, a cable needle, it looks like a stitch marker, and the pattern.
That's awesome.
All to make that cowl. So that's a kit. All you can do is provide the needles.
Yeah, awesome.
So that can be a giveaway.
Awesome.
And this one, and you can't see it, but it's a beach chair socks. It's kind of like a sampler pattern. It's like a texture sampler pattern. So that's 4 different sock yarns.
See the sock right there, but
yeah.
Awesome.
And that's so that already kitted up. All you gotta do is provide the needles.
Easy peasy. Awesome.
So that's 2 things for giveaway.
I'll store that in the giveaway box. So.
And I got a few acquisitions here. And
we have other stuff. I just don't possess all the giveaways.
Right.
Like Michelle of Naughty Knitwits has a cute little sock set I posted.
Yeah.
Neil of Block Magazine is going to do vouchers, which will be from a variety list of shops, which, will probably be catered. Don't kick the thing because I got my over.
Ooh, yeah, sorry.
Which might, so if you win and you're international, we have some people it might be easier for you to buy international from, etc.
This could probably be part of the giveaway too, if you think somebody would be interested.
Those are cool.
Michelle, the same one, Wool Market Fibers. She makes bags too. That tie-dye bag over there is one of hers.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you can have one.
Well,
it's like if
I've never seen
I keep my needles in all their packages.
But I've never seen that.
But she said like if you're traveling or whatever and you don't want to have a bulky package and you just want to put keep your needles safe.
Yeah. Or you're doing a sock and you like I have in my sock. I've got one.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look at it and you were moving in.
I've got one done. So
and her sewing is called Michelle's Creations.
That's cool.
The yarn is Wool Market Fibers. It was 2 of these in a pack for like $8.
That's
cool.
Shawl.
It's something brand new, and I just put a pair of needles.
I'll put it in the giveaway if you want to give one away. You said you want to give it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they know what it, it comes 2 in a pack, but we can just do one.
Yeah.
I always keep my needles in the packages.
I usually do too, but that is kind of.
I just put them in this so you could, kind of, and I'm hoping I'm doing it right.
It looks right, yeah. Why else would it be? Your needles go on the side.
Yeah, and then it holds the cord and
handy.
it keeps everything together. So that's kind of what
that's
that
cool.
is. So that can be, and then unsnap it, and then you just pull it off.
That's cool.
So stick that in there, and that can be a giveaway, and just have to remember.
That's cool.
She's got them there, and she works at the French Knot in Diamond Head, Mississippi.
But they can go to woolmarketfibers.com to get them too.
I think they sell online too for the yarn and the bags.
Well, that's handy dandy.
Because she makes bags too. That tie-dye bag over there. That's hers. Okay, that goes there.
Okay, cool.
And
everything else is acquisitions.
Yep, acquisitions. I got a few.
This is what happens when it takes so long to. I really, really, really am trying not to buy as much, but when you go so long between.
I've ordered so much crap. I've got to stop.
I had done really good for a while there.
Yeah, I've been kind of out of control.
So,
Hobby Lobby.
I almost got that.
I know.
One.
Hobby Lobby had the yarn last week, 30% off. And there's some new colors of the Peyton's
that. I picked it up like 3 times.
Yeah, this one is called, Midnight Orchid.
Excuse me.
The 50 gram ball, so I got 2 of those. And then they had some new solids.
Yeah, that would go perfect.
That's why I
picked up the purple and held it next to that. So.
Plum and...
Never hate myself.
salt water. So this is just, I mean, this is new at Hobby Lobby. Added to my big pile of Peyton's Croy over here. And it was, yarn was 30% off. So, you know, I got it on sale.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And, let's see. Oh, another thing I got from Bumblebee Acres was their Stranger Things. And this one's called Stranger Things. Stranger Things and Hawkins Curse Mini. This is her Coquette sock. And I don't think I've shown this before. I don't think.
So.
It's a plumper yarn.
It's very rich.
The other yarn that I got is, that's a Coquette, her squishy sock. Honestly, because of our climate down here, I prefer the squishy. This is going to be a little bit more rustic than what our,
sweaty feet need.
Yeah, our temperatures down here.
So. All right, while you're looking, this is another bag from Cads by Jeff. It's just another little smaller tote. So I might give this one away. We'll see. We'll see what strikes my fancy.
Nice, very nice.
So
tote bags are.
Tote bags are cool. But I mean, it's a little. It doesn't like stand up. It's not super firm, but that's what I told him. I told him I'll give you some feedback. 'Cause I really think you're missing out on the knitters and the.
Yeah.
On the. My turn or your turn?
Yeah, I just
okay.
they're in here.
All right.
Adore knit.
Sorry.
Got some more. I don't know where I don't know where they are, but it's a sofa. Kind of goes with That's My Spot.
You and your Big Bang.
Oh, where did I put it in here? I don't. Sock knitters. It comes in this container. I don't know if you can be able to see it. Little bitty T90 little stitch markers for socks. See how little they are?
Yeah, they are tiny.
Yes. So I bought got an order of those. I think it was like 15 of them in the order. So I thought that was really cool. And
before I forget, hey Naomi. We forgot to say hello to Naomi the last couple times.
What's Naomi?
Priscilla's little girl.
Oh.
Hey Naomi.
Okay.
All right, I'm showing mine. All right.
What you got?
Our girl Molly Klein. Oh Lord.
Layer.
Sorry.
Crinkle.
I got 2 of these. Bought it 2 different times because that's how I roll.
What's the colorway?
This is marvelous.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Tweed DK.
I don't have the tweed.
I'm not big on tweed, but I like this.
Yes.
I'm
not a fan of tweed
like
either.
That. And I'm not normally look, it matches that color over my shoulder. I'm not normally a mauve-y.
That is Bernard.
Person. Look, it matches.
Broca. That is Broca. Broca vintage.
So I got
behind you
2 of those, and I got her little grab bag of her little markers with the little glittery thingies in it.
Oh yeah.
And a little wine stitch marker. I showed it on the thing.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Instagram.
And then the Purple Passion.
Purple.
Mini.
For you.
I love my purples. I got a whole drawer of minis that are mostly Molly. But then I also got this one. Isn't this one pretty too?
I have this. Full of minis.
Look at these blues. I don't know what I'm going to make with these minis. But
ooh, that's me.
I know.
That is me right there.
I know. So I got that's
cool.
Some acquisitions.
Okay, well I have a couple more.
Oh, I got plenty more.
Yeah.
You
got some more yarn bee.
Yeah, I think they're new colors.
I think so.
I couldn't help that. It just looked.
Yeah.
It looked. That's Hobby Lobby.
Did you take advantage of the 30% off?
Yes, because I was there getting more yarn to finish Kaylee's blanket, and then I was like, these are just. They look new to me.
They have some new
colors.
Well, see, that's like with the Peytons. They have some new. Same yarns, but they've added some new colorways.
I really like this one. I don't know what it'll be, but I really like it.
I think I saw somebody post where they might be doing clearance again. I don't know.
You want me to just keep going?
How much more?
I got a lot.
All right, go for a while, and then I got a little bit.
All right. Our girl, a Witted Yarn and Fiber, is dying again.
Oh, what's mine?
So this is.
What's mine?
Let me show her
There
card.
it is.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you doing? Right. A Witted
I have
Yarn and Fiber on Etsy.
I ordered the one that says Big Sister.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
She has one called Big Sister, and there's one that's called Little Sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I ordered 2 from her as well.
This is Children Cannot Consent, which supports Billboard Chris. in his advocacy to remind people that children indeed cannot consent, including to chopping off their genitals. And if you don't like that, I also got, I'm so excited about these. This is one of those, if you know, you know. So 8%. I got all DK.
I was gonna say, yeah.
8%. And this one, oh shoot, what's this?
She usually has it on a card.
I know, and I don't think I stuck it in there.
It's hard to.
Oh. It's either Grifter's Gonna Grift or I can't remember. But it's the only one that's like green like that, but it kind of goes together like that. This one is I forget, but it's something New Hampshire governor. I can't remember what.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You get it now?
Okay.
All right. This is 8%.
Yeah.
If you're polling at 8%, you're doing great. And I don't remember what this one is.
The grifters or whatever.
Yeah, she's a grifter. So,
you say grifters are.
I think it's Grifter's Gonna Grift or I can't remember which one it is. I could be totally wrong. I'll look it up on you show yours. But,
yeah.
Anyway, so I wanted Tina is the best.
She's back dying.
Because
I ordered 2 and then I have that other.
And amazing. And this is a special collection. She has way more in a special collection.
Yeah.
Including one that supports our beloved Carrie Smith.
Yes.
Which, if you're ever in live chat, that's me. That's the admin. Hey.
Yeah.
And
I need to order
that's a special set for those that know. Which are
Mm-hmm.
beautiful even if you don't know. But
well, speaking of Tina and
one of those
Unwedded,
things, if you know, you know. So
I ordered when she started dying again two
with the green one is.
2 colors. Here's her cardigan, a Unwedded yarn and fiber. This one. And I ordered the...
Oh, the green is the grift that keeps on giving.
Okay.
So, I was close. And the other one is, I can't believe it's not Governor.
This is the Oracle 7525. This one is called... My new coworker licks her own butt.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And then this one is an older one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Thin blue line.
I've made some stuff with that one.
And yeah, these are 7525, so these are going to be socks.
Pretty.
And I think, yeah, I've got some older ones. I think I got Light Bright, and I still have my primitive old glory socks that I got to finish.
I was very glad to see her back.
Yes.
Very, very glad.
And when I was in the yarn patch in Crossville, I always try to get local yarn. The owner, the person that owns the shop actually dyes Cumberland Fiberworks. Cumberland Fiberworks. This person is actually the owner of the shop.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got 2 different skeins of. This is 8515. This one is Twist. This one's called Burning Bridge.
Oh, that's
I got one for me and one for you.
Oh, this one's for me?
You can have it.
Oh, good, because I was trying to figure out how to steal it.
I got 2 different colorways.
You should see my face when it came out.
I know, I heard you. I don't know what that one's called.
It's a Pink Mountain Laurel.
Okay.
I take it mountainous up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Very cool. I don't know. It doesn't.
Sister-in-law took us on a few roads.
I love that. Thank you. It reminds me of watermelon, not mountains, but
yeah, and then this one.
I'm guessing laurel's a flower.
Yeah, mountain laurel. It's a flower. Yeah. Speaking of mountains, we all took our own vehicles, cool. So we were in our big truck, and my sister-in-law likes to go on maps and find the roads off the highway. And twice she did it to me, but the second time we were going south and we were on the route. So
she was leading and y'all were following?
Yes, in that particular stretch. And we were cutting through across, we were on the highway, we were in Alabama. And she wanted to get across to Collinsville because, there was really it was too crowded restaurants. We're trying to find some place to eat. We ended up in Collinsville, I think it was. Well, when I looked up the road, it did this, and the road literally made an M on the map. And it was we were going down the mountain. We were in big pickup trucks. There was because we were like, thank God we did not meet anybody coming up because there was nowhere to go.
That's like that in Pigeon Forge.
And we were driving, and then a husband, how they kind of like do the drifting thing. I think he just kind of did drifting it. I mean, because it was literally, we would do this, and then you have to hang on, and he's just whipping it around, because if you didn't whip it around quick enough, you were going down a mountain.
Wow.
We live in flatland.
Yeah.
I'm a flatlander.
That was like when we went to Pigeon Forge, and I was like holding the kids' hands and freaking out.
Well, that's me going up Pikes Peak on the Colorado trip.
We live below sea level, basically. We live just above sea level.
And my sister-in-law loves that thing, and we got to the town, and we find lunch, and I got out of that truck, and I'm like, really? And she's like, wasn't it great?
But you made it.
No. So yeah,
that's awesome.
That's where that was. That was in Crossville. That was
cool.
The road, the strange road, and it was literally just curvy.
Yeah.
And then it was an M. On the when I pulled it up and made it bigger, it was literally an M, and the blue dot where we were on that map was literally doing that.
Yeah, I just been closing my eyes and hanging on.
I'm sure my husband was ready to kill me by the time we were done with all that.
Right.
Sorry for the sidebar.
Another acquisition, Forbidden Fiber. Did this beautiful bow in the clouds. She did other ones like I think a sock set, but this is pretty. I did the minis. It's Fortitude DK. So I don't know what it'll be, but it might be socks. We'll see. But the rainbow in the clouds. God's promise. Let me just keep going.
Sure. I got beads and beads, and then that down there.
I got a couple more Carista yarns. I did have to backtrack from my monthly. I dropped it down to just a regular Patreon, not where I get yarn, because Paul's like, can you slow down a little bit? I'm like, okay.
I need to slow down too. I have a couple of subscriptions that I think I might drop one.
So I love you, Carista, but I still think I'm like whatever the lower, just support her, you know. Yeah. So this was her auto shop to a yarn store set. Her yarn store was apparently an auto shop. So this is measuring tape.
Gotcha.
I like the green.
Yeah, that
really
is very
cool.
pretty.
Very cool. I like these.
Like a fluorescent kind of color.
Oh, it came off the thing. Yeah, it's not quite fluorescent, but
almost
I love
almost like a highlighter.
Yeah,
or
I love the greens and the dark colors. And then this one, I think it must have been July.
It makes sense.
This was July because this was, Americana.
Oh.
And it's Cormo.
The contrast looks like it'd be a stripey.
Yeah. That's probably a stripey.
That's cute.
So this is very more rustic.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can see the twist.
But that would be cool to do on like a pattern. Not just a vanilla sock like I normally do.
Yeah, it just depends, because sometimes the twist will hide the pattern.
Yeah, maybe so. But it's a 100% Cormo Wyoming sock set.
Oh, okay.
And all made in Wyoming.
Well, we don't wear our socks a lot, whereas if it doesn't have nylon in it, it's going to be a big deal, because it's,
Yeah, we're not wearing socks like with shoes out boots to keep ourselves warm. We're wearing them because
even in the wintertime, that doesn't happen.
We're wearing them because we're inside because it's 45 and we're scared.
Right.
So,
45 and we're scared.
Of 45-degree weather.
Oh, no. 45 and it's cold.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we're scared. We don't want to go out in the cold.
Oh.
We're not made for that. Okay. One more.
Okay.
And two more. Okay. Chicken Lady Fiberworks. I got you the politically correct. I got me the Very Perry Paisley, or Americana.
Cool.
That is a...
Paisley. Okay.
Yes, and there's a sweater from Liz Clothier Designs called the Very Perry Paisley. Sweater.
Gotcha. So this is
a little girl sweater. This is because Paisley is periwinkle is the whatever, the color of the year thingy.
Oh, okay.
The Pantone or whatever. So this is a colorway just for Paisley. And a sweater was made just for Paisley because she's the best little dog napper there was.
Dog napper?
She has plans to steal dogs all across this country, particularly bulldogs.
Why?
Because she likes bulldogs.
Oh, okay.
Why else would you steal a dog?
I don't know.
She loves bulldogs, and she loves Anne of Politically Incorrect Knitters has a bulldog named Molly.
Is that like a cable needle?
It is a cable needle, and I couldn't figure out how to use it.
There's a video.
So you can have one?
Sweet.
Because I couldn't figure out how to use them.
Yeah, you just
I did that and then when you were putting it back, I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna have to watch a video.
Okay, because I've seen a video of it.
Yeah, because I think I'm special, so
that's okay.
I'm special. I couldn't figure it out. So But I did. And then this is I got you.
Yes. But I got DK. Is that DK?
That's DK. So this is the politically
incorrect.
That's
what you got me for my birthday, and it's knitting up gorgeous. I just forgot to grab it. And
from Chicken Lady Fiberworks.
I think it's up front. It's so soft and so pretty.
So pretty. I mean, that purple is
stitch definition is awesome. Yes.
So
very
I just got that little blue there, but
yeah.
That's for the politically incorrect knitter girls, which we love.
Yes.
And I think that's all my acquisitions. And I don't think I have anything coming.
Oh, I do.
So
I do. We've already talked about
Can I get through the month of August without purchasing any more? That's the question.
Well, this is a couple things that I'm going to show because I have bought so much damn yarn. And yeah, can you reach behind there? The yellow and the red, the two yarnables. I have the Yarnable subscription right now.
This?
Yes. And this is
yarn buying and yarn using are two different hobbies. So
yes.
I don't know why.
I have the DK. There's all kinds of other stuff that comes in the boxes, but I just wanted to show the Yarnable. This is picnic basket. So it was a picnic basket thing.
Is it raining?
I think it is.
Oh.
And then this is that. So that must have been July, and this is August.
That's cool. That looks like.
And this one's called Straighten Your Crown. And there's like a pineapple soap on a stick or whatever. It looks like a popsicle.
It looks like, and that's cool. That's very summery.
These are going to be very pretty socks, both of them.
Yes, that's
so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my Yarnable. I'm going to keep going with that for a little while and see. And then
it's just yarnable.com.
Yeah, Yarnable. You can get like on her waiting list or her mailing list because every so often spots open up, and that's how I got in. I follow her, and that's how I got in. And 3 by the Sea Designs had some yarn that they did. This one's called She Sells Seashells, and there's a Dog Mom Knits did a pattern for this, and they're doing a knit along.
They're doing a knit along.
They're doing a knit along. Yeah. I didn't order it in time. I think it started like August 1st, and we were getting ready to leave on the trip.
Right.
So it came like right before we left or while we were gone or whatever. And then I also ordered some stitch markers to go with it. So I'm terrible at knit alongs anyway. I bought the pattern. It's on my, Knit Companion or whatever, and I'm going to cast them on. It's just that I suck at knit alongs.
I do too.
So I got this for that.
Yeah, we have one. We're not having knit along.
And then
that's why I like make alongs. You can make whatever you want and still feel like you're participating.
Yes.
So.
And then I also started getting the row one.
Oh, you caved.
I started getting...
Oh, we gotta show them, like Michelle and Leslie, which, by the way, Leslie, congratulations on the girls.
Yes, she made it through both weddings.
Survive. Hopefully they're recording today. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a new one I haven't finished watching yet, too.
I think I will. Unless they just did one, then I'm caught up.
Yeah, they send you some goodies, like candy. I think Kay's already showed this in her...
I have looked at it, and I've considered it.
There was a wine barrel stitch marker, which I'm going to give to you because you're my whiny sister.
I am the whiny one. I'm
Interpret the whiny that one. How you want.
I'm the whiny one who likes wine. So.
And the dyer this month is Pearls Before Wine, which is why it's got the wine barrel.
Oh, cool name.
And then there's this paper tells you all about.
So it tells you what they all are.
It's a different dyer each month.
Okay.
And what's really awesome, which is what they all talk about, I'm going to leave them in the package.
They're little thingies.
They're already, you can just start crocheting and knitting from that. You don't have to pick them up. They're already.
So it's like a little mini skein.
Yes, they're ready to go.
That's
for knitting. And then the yarn dyer and the name of the colorway is on each band. Plus it's on this piece of paper here.
That is cool. So now, do you pick, there's no like, you pick colors, you pick like weights?
It's just it's going to be
they're all going to be fingering. Okay.
And if you order one, you get whatever it is each month. If you order 2 subscriptions, she'll make sure you get 2 different sets of colors
and that's
or whatever.
What I think Michelle
I think that's what they do too. They do too.
Yeah, and split it.
So that's my first month of row 1, and I really like the idea of it. I really like to keep
looked
going
it up,
with that.
but I was like, no, I can't.
So I'm gonna do that. And my last thing I want to share is
maybe if I use up all those minis in that shawl, I'll let myself buy some.
Okay, you saw this basket I picked up on here. That is all full of minis. And that's fingering minis.
Yeah, that's all this is.
Those are all DK over there. So I really don't need minis, but I really wanted to try the red one.
Yeah, that is cool.
So, and I'm really pleased with it. I like, I think it's going to be really cool. Okay, and my most recent order from Anna Knitter.
There you go. There's her details.
Yarns.
We were trying to
Came
make sure we get it right.
And
So
she included this.
It is AnnaKnitter.com.
Yes. But I think when you pull her up on Etsy, it shows Anna Knitter Yarns or something like
Maybe
that.
so. Maybe the website goes straight to that, but it is AnnaKnitter.com.
And here's a pack of German tea.
She's so sweet too.
I don't really think you want to try it.
I'll try it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is or anything.
She'll have to tell me what to do. I assume it's just steep 5 to 8 minutes, but
just do Google Translate.
I wonder what flavor it is.
I don't know.
Apple something, I'm sure.
Yeah. And she always puts in a little mini.
She's so sweet.
I ordered some minis, which are actually up there in the jar, in the big jars. I'm going to add this to that. Well, and then a new series that Opal came out. It feels rustic.
I know. See, that's why I don't love it.
It feels rustic, but that other one is the same thing that my whip. It was holidays, and I think there was like 8, and only did 4 of the colorways. But to be honest, I went and she had a new colorway. And then I ordered 2 or 3 more of the holiday ones, so I have another package coming out of this one. But
so does it tell you which?
I don't know.
This just says holidays. Is that?
Yeah, it just says holidays,
and we can't read the words that it's.
Yeah, and it's got like a picture on it, and then there's a picture of how it knits up. So there's this one. It's got more greens. That's got more red and blues, and this has pink and blues. It's got the picture. That's what it looks. I mean, I don't know if you can tell with how close we're holding it. And then there's the picture there.
That is pretty.
And I think it's basically just different towns or whatever.
Right. Probably like
that's
touristy
the
towns,
picture, which is inspiration, and then there's that.
That's cool.
So that is my latest acquisition from Anna Knitter. So I need to get my behind in gear
she's the Opal dealer.
Yes.
Go hit her up when you need a fix.
Yeah, and I first learned about her from Brenda, like I said, because I mean Brenda loves. She has an Opal stash.
She's in our politically incorrect knitters Telegram chat.
Brenda?
No, Anna.
Anna, yes, yes.
She does a lot of pro-life stuff in Germany and helps with that. She just got married not that long ago.
And she has YouTube videos.
She's very sweet.
Yeah, and they're in English, so
yeah.
You don't have to worry about whether or not you speak German. But, and she has her I can't wait to get to it, but her pattern, the Helgen, and probably her new one. There's a certain way that Germans do your heel and toe. And they're part of her pattern, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait to get to that part and see how that is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the heel, possibly the toe, or just the toe. I don't remember.
I remember her talking something about it.
Yeah,
in the chat,
but it's in her pattern. So she's got the Helgen sock pattern, and tomorrow is another new pattern, and it's got to do with it's called God's Promise. Cool. And it's her samples in a rainbow.
Yeah.
And I have some rainbow Felici that I might use for that.
That would be cool. I have that rainbow DK. Maybe I could alternate or modify the
stitch count or something.
Yeah. Cool.
But that's all I mean, I have a lot more bags.
We'd be here forever.
I just kind of gone nuts, and it's like I keep saying it, but I really do.
I know. I keep saying that because I really don't have any more room left. I honestly don't know where I'm putting this one.
I'm running out of room.
I really don't.
Too in the closet and everything. Plus, I got to be realistic. I need to start using some of this.
Right, I know.
Because I had a birthday.
Yeah, you're retired, so you have all day long to knit. Yeah. I don't, so.
Well, even with being home,
I never go off and do stuff. And
yeah, I don't. I'm not a very productive knitter as far as like getting stuff done.
Yeah, you're not as fast as like Tabitha and her crazy 68 stitches a minute. You know?
Oh no, I'm sure I don't do that.
Did you watch the Politically Incorrect live from the Knitting Wars?
No.
Yet? It's hilarious.
Is it?
It's hilarious. It's coming back. It's Tuesday again this week, and also, I wonder what time it comes on because Carrie comes on Tuesday with James Lindsay. I need to check that. Yeah, that'll be fun. And her pastor, Bradley. So that'll be fun. James Lindsay, the man you must not speak of,
because that's the one that she went nuts over.
Yeah. So.
The Knitting Wars.
But that was hilarious because the Politically Incorrect Knitters episode is more. They talk politics, they talk knitting. It's just 2 of them. Live from the Knitting Wars is basically everybody who's been dealt with all the drama.
Is Mikey on that one?
No, he's not a knitter.
Well, I know they're friends though.
I mean, he's been on their show before. No, this is all. I forget what the first episode had. Lynn and Neil and Tina was supposed to be on, but she missed it. Carrie was on last episode because she actually is relearning to knit. So Tina was on. Tina was on this last episode. She remembered this time. So I forget who all. So Anne and DK and Neil, Carrie, Tina. Sorry if I'm forgetting somebody else, but Lynn was on the first time, so they're gonna change up the guest, you know.
Gotcha.
So it's just fun. It's fun. It's like a knitting, like if you went to knit night, you know, and you're just hanging out, watching your friends. I mean, they do talk some politics, but it's more just whatever. Oh, Tabitha's on, because she and Neil are trouble. So it's just fun little, you know.
I have a hard enough time watching regular shows I want to watch, but I'm so far behind on podcasts.
I'm always behind, but I try my best to watch.
There's certain ones that I watch automatically. Night Owl I look at. I mostly look at my Bakery Bears.
Right.
I like Cinnamon Stitches. I know you don't care for her, but I just find her entertaining. And then
Pamela. Don't dislike her. It's not something I'm like, oh, I gotta go watch it. You know?
Yeah, I just find her entertaining. And then, because she's real.
Yeah.
And then Pamela's adoring Crochet. She's doing pretty good.
She is, okay.
Yeah, she's continuing on. I mean, her husband passed away suddenly.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I don't watch her too much, but we love Nutty Knitwits. I watch Politically Incorrect Knitters, and I'm always behind. I'm always behind on everything. So
I try to watch. I need to go through and work my way through some older episodes of Anna.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of hers, and then I help Carrie when I can with Deprogrammed in the chat. So
we started last night. We watched the first episode of The Sandman. Kind of interesting.
I'll wait you to finish it and then tell me.
Well, I'm not really sure Mark's sold on it.
Is it scary?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's based on a DC comic. Neil Gaiman. It's Neil Gaiman.
Oh.
It's kind of like a graphic novel, but I think it's DC, and it's got.
Okay.
And I watched a thing that kind of told a video that kind of talked about it. But Constantine, the movie with Keanu Reeves, the Constantine character is as a part of this, and in the new series, it's a female. And it's the woman, and it's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. No big deal. And
I don't
the actress that plays her played Clara on Doctor Who. She's Joan Constantine. And I didn't know this, but the Lucifer character from the Constantine movie is the same Lucifer that the TV series.
I never.
It's the same. I never did.
I don't watch comic stuff for the most part. I mean, I did a little Marvel, but that's it. And Doctor Who, that's it.
We watched Doctor Strange, the Multiverse. That was a waste of time.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
They just.
I kind of stopped after.
You go woke, you go broke, sweetheart.
Yeah.
And I want to watch the Thor: Love and War, but I've heard it's so
terrible. So
bad. But I'm gonna watch it when it gets to Disney Plus. I'm gonna watch it.
The only comic I care about is Rippaverse. I ordered the Rippaverse comic from Eric July, so almost $3.4 million he has raised selling his comics. He made a comic to basically not be anti-woke, but just a comic to be like comics were, to tell a story of a superhero and not have any agenda. And he put up like $200K himself to get it printed and gone, and it's sold almost $3.4 million.
Wow.
He's a really good artist. I mean, the art looks amazing. Yeah. I don't do comics. But
I'm not a comic person either, but I'll watch the different shows and movies.
Well, I bought one to actually look at to give to Kyler, and then I bought a signed copy for me. I'm like, I'm gonna hang on to that. That might be worth some money one day. So I got a signed copy for me. So they should start all coming at the end of August. And he's done amazing, and he's completely transparent, and he's like, it's just a comic to be a comic. I just want a story, a real comic story, no agenda, no thing I gotta check all the boxes of, and just a superhero.
Well, so far, Sandman is it was interesting. I'll have to see if I continue to watch it or whatever. Tried to watch The Umbrella Academy.
I never did try that.
It
looked odd.
It was so slow.
I'm picky.
We watched maybe 2, possibly 3 episodes. So slow.
Yeah,
so I'm just rewatching Stranger Things. And I'll keep probably rewatching it till they come back.
I'm picky and I like my murder, so
Yeah, and I'm not into that stuff.
I love my true crime. So.
But we're watching Criminal Minds right now, and that's pretty. It's like I tell Marcus,
dramatized true crime.
We gotta watch something just a little bit lighter. I'm tired of all these serial killers.
That's why I started watching Schitt's Creek. Have you ever watched Schitt's Creek?
I told him about it. I don't know if we're gonna watch it or not.
It's definitely a drier sense of humor. You have to like that kind of sense of humor. It's no laugh track or anything like that. It's a dry. I mean, they do curse and stuff but
that doesn't bother us.
It doesn't require any thinking, but it's actually fairly intelligent.
Well, that's why
comedy,
I watch Big Bang Theory. That's my
and
I'm working my way through Night Court again.
Oh, you still love Night Court. Paul loved that show.
I love Night Court.
So, but yeah.
And my Rosanna go on Peacock.
I know.
Rosanna.
I go watch old episode all the time. The old TV is the best TV. So.
I have the complete series on DVD, but I don't have a really good DVD player, so it's like I really need to get one.
I watch old Cosby Show comes on one of the channels. I used to love Cosby Show growing up, so I watch some of those.
Some stuff I just go, I'm watching it.
I loved Claire. She's my favorite. So.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I guess we probably should wrap it up.
Hopefully I can edit these together, or it'll just be part 1 and part 2. That's all I can say. So we'll do our best. So, but at least it didn't stop recording. I don't know if it'll let me upload, but we'll find out. So Lord help us if it did. We're not redoing it. So. I might just be like, sorry, y'all. Peace out. Next time.
And if you probably couldn't guess by it, we don't do show notes.
No. So,
but if you have any questions, please email us. Comment down below or send a message on Instagram to our Two Sisters account or whatever. But we do appreciate everybody watching.
Yes, we do very much so.
And if you just, we love it if y'all want to just ask us questions or comment down below. We love, interacting with everybody down below, and it's the closest we're going to get to an online community because we don't do Ravelry for that or anything.
I've toyed with the idea of doing a knit night, so we'll just say.
Oh, like a Zoom?
Like a Zoom knit night.
I hate the Zoom thing.
I know. I'm toying with it. We'll see.
I don't like it.
We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see. But I did change it to where we could go live one day. So if we really get screwed with all the camera stuff, we can just go live and see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Or maybe I'll do it one day without you because I know you don't like the live idea.
Yeah, depends.
Which we don't edit this, so I don't know why.
It's basically live, so yeah. It just depends on what's going on.
So,
but yeah, we do. We thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And
we hope you'll be in our make-along.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And thank y'all very much for all the fundraiser support. That's awesome. That's amazing. So
we know we're not everybody's cup of tea, but we seem to be somebody's cup of tea. So
a bunch of crazy people like us out there. So
that's all it is.
All right, y'all. Peace out, peeps.
Bye.